Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with Learn, Plan, Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a good start to the morning. Very quick sell-off with TQQQ. I don't have a position with it just yet. I'm going to buy 250 shares right on over here and see where we go. What's up? What's up? I do have my baby girl joining us. Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Mama is sleeping. Oh, the lights are too bright. All right, don't worry. I only need one hand to trade. Only one hand to trade. You want to say hi? Oh, Jesus. It's okay. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, she's trying to feed. That's not good. It's not going to happen, sweetie. All right, 150 shares here on TQQQ. I'm going to hold off. No confirmation just yet. So Tesla with a big pullback. We got TQQQ with an aggressive pullback as well. Here it goes. Looks like it's finding somewhat of a support level. Buying 150 more shares in it with now almost $25,000. Oh, sweetie, you can't feed. You can't. I don't have anything there. All right. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if you guys can see her. Here, let's see. It's the Wall Street hoodie. She really likes it, right? It's okay. It's all good. Just got the little hiccups. Put her on the... You want to say hello? Hello. She's got little eye boogies. You okay? You okay? Oh, it's okay. TQQQ is only selling off for a little bit, right? It's only selling off for a little bit. Oh, here it goes, showing signs of a support level. All right, let's switch arms. Here it goes. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. There it goes. All right, market's recovering. Market's recovering. This is when we do good. This is when we do good. Here it goes. No, you still can't feed. You still can't feed. Here it goes, beginning to indicate signs of a recovery. There it goes, beginning to push. We're in with 700 shares. We're at $43,000. Let's step on the gas, and we'll leave it pretty much at that. Yeah, $50,000. No more. No need for anything more. All right, we'll see where we go from here. Oh boy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There it goes. TQQQ is recovering. Look. Look what we did. Look what we did. I'll even let you push the sell button. All right. So, all right, guys. So TQQQ is showing signs of a recovery. Just watch out for that moving average. Watch out for that EMA line. And then resistance at 62.50 based off of previous resistance levels. Yep, resistance at that moving average. We'll see if we get rejected or actually break through that. So I think that's going to be what's... Oh, and it looks like we're getting rejected. Watch out for that. Watch out for that rejection. You see that? You see? We got rejected. Oh no. What do you think we should do? Should we close it out? Keep the loss small? It's okay. You don't like red days? Me neither. Alright. I just looked over Bob, but of course I wanted to get back in the floor. Would you wait for a small? Well, I think that's a little difficult to say because we don't know how much and if it's going to pull on back. Do I think it's worth waiting for direction to be a little bit more clear? Of course, even if it doesn't pull back, right? Because pullback is one thing, but even if it doesn't pull back and it continues to uptrend, at least you have more of a consistent and clear direction, and then you can make sense of it that way. I think that's something to, you just want to have the confidence and the reassurance that the market is going to recover. And I think with that, I think that's what's most important. So we got Tesla down 1.5%, TQQQ down 0.75% as of right now. What else do we have? We have everything else is almost just like break even or up or down about 1%. SoFi is down 2.4%. So I'm pretty happy again by not holding a position overnight. I take on none of the risk, right? Market opened, it's sold off. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. It's okay. Here it goes, showing signs of a support. So we'll see if we get rejected once again at that moving average. It's okay. Put you down here real quick, okay? Rachel didn't get much sleep last night, so wanted to see if I can help her out and bring the baby with me for a little bit. So I appreciate you guys putting up with it. It's okay. It's okay. Little foot rocker. Alright. Oh, no, she's hungry. Alright, there it goes. It's coming back. Look what you did. You just gotta stop crying. And it comes back. Okay? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hand her off to her mom so she can feed for a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. There it goes. We're looking good for TQQQ, trying to establish that support level. Alright guys, give me like 30 seconds. It's okay. You wanna feed? Alrighty. Nope. Alright. Tesla down 2%. I mean, let's be honest. Tesla was up 10% yesterday. If it didn't pull back today, I'd be more concerned. But yeah, really nice pullback. We're going to be testing EMA line. And again, the biggest thing that we're going to be looking out for as of right now is higher lows, right? If it does pull back, that's not the concern. Pullbacks happen all the time. It's healthy for a stock to pull back, even when it's uptrending. I think the biggest factor that I would like to pay attention to is this thing going to continue to indicate signs of higher highs and higher lows. All right, this thing is actually dropping a little bit more than I would like, so got to make sure I don't give back all the profits I made yesterday. And direction's definitely not in my favor as of right now. So, all right, let's wait out and see where it goes. Looks like I bought the dip a little too early. Thought I did a really good job buying the dip, but we just are continuing to sell off as of right now. So again, definitely something to pay attention to. Goes a told above Sicko. Nope, there it goes. And no indication of a support just yet. Looking for 60.50. And there it goes. Want to give it a chance. Not really holding very well. That was a good question. So, and I think I said it very quickly, so it might have just been, out of nowhere. But Alex is asking, why 60.50? Why not jump out as soon as the direction is not clear? 100%. I mean, I could have jumped off or out when the direction wasn't clear. But yesterday when I was trading it, there was that slight resistance level right around 60.50, right? So every time we'd push up, we'd get rejected, push up, get rejected, and then we broke above, right? So it's a known thing where like old resistance levels can become new support levels. I wanted to give it a chance, but it looks like it's not even holding as of right now. Yeah, I could have jumped out quicker. Do I think that TQQ is going to recover? Yeah, of course, right? It's never a perfect picture. You can see that 60.50 was the general range that I was looking for, but it hit lows of 60.46, which we tend to see quite often. Right now, I could have done maybe a better job when it dropped below, 61.50, right? Around that general area to see if, I could have managed my position size there. But yeah, I guess I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was a healthy pullback. But yeah, I should have reduced my position size maybe a little bit better to have kept it a little bit more healthy. All right, let's see it. There it goes. Waiting to see if we indicate signs of a new drop. Consolidating. How are the rest looking like? Let's see. Apple's down 1.1%. Facebook's in the green. Back to 310, 320, 315. I like that. Amazon. Let's see. Tesla is showing signs of a support. AMD showing signs of a support. All right, I like it. Starbucks showing signs of a support. SoFi still in the green. Nice little pullback, kind of doing its own thing. NVIDIA trying to find signs of a support. Oh, we got TQQQ testing support level. Let's see if we hold. Here it goes. Got a big green candle. Let's break above $61 and see if we actually begin to indicate signs of an uptrend. There it goes. Nice little break above 60.90. So that's a good question from Thano. So should you set a stop loss based off of market structure below a level that's specific to your risk to reward ratio? Well, it depends if you're fully invested, right? I would explore both options and to see which one you tend to perform best with. Do you perform best when you have a stop loss depending on your risk to reward ratio, which normally isn't as significant to the overall market? Or should you set a stop loss according to previous support or resistance levels when it comes down to the actual market, setups that this thing has had before, which can make a little bit more sense. I prefer to set stop losses and or just exit when there's a break of pattern, a break of support, stuff like that, right? Just like I like to lock in profits when we're approaching previous resistance levels. It's not always so much for the dollar amount that I'm locking in profits. I don't know where I'm going to end up at. I lock in profits at previous highs, or as we surpass new highs and it begins to uptrend, I begin to lock in profits there. So I think that's really important to know that there's not just one way in doing it, right? I want to encourage you that just because I do something a specific way, that doesn't mean anything, right? If you test that out and it doesn't work well for you for your trading style, then don't do it, right? I want to encourage you to explore both options and to make sure that it's something that appeals to you. Here we go. Really nice recovery. Hopefully some of you guys were able to catch the bottom of this, but we're still getting rejected by the EMA line. So please look out for that, right? So, we'll see. What I'm thinking is maybe I should just close my position size, my 551 shares here. And if we break above the EMA line, then I get back in You guys get what I mean? Instead of having to manage my risk down here. Yeah. It's already getting rejected, so now it's not even looking too good. But let's see. Yep, making new lows. Oh, come on, TQQQ. Hold there for a little bit at least. We got Tesla down 2% on the day. And it's, you see that, right? When it got rejected, it pulls back and it just struggles to hold. That's a really, really good candle. That's a healthy candle for us. Nope, getting rejected. Look at that. Come on, dude. $61. It is not holding at all. Making lower highs. Support level here at 60.90, and it's going to break below. There it goes, nice push. Nope. Dang it, dude. Alright. Very small position size, yep. Yeah, man, it's inconsistent right now. So you're definitely not missing out on anything by not being invested right now, right? Yep, there it goes. It's the part that sucks. Newer lows, testing. And now, I mean, circling back, talking about what I could have done better. I don't know if you guys ever, and I like having these conversations with you guys, so I'm fine with using myself as an example. When I have 1,000 shares, right? It began to indicate signs of a recovery, potential resistance level at the moving average, at the EMA line. And I was like, hey, maybe it's not a bad idea if I reduce my position size 50% up here. And if it breaks above, I can jump back in. But just in case it sells off, then I don't have to manage my risk down here, right? So instead of being down $1,500, I could be down $500. And then I don't have to freak out when it's down here. Again, an area of opportunity for myself right there with that trade, always looking at, what I could have done better. Yeah, I don't think buying the dip was, I really don't. I don't think that was the wrong thing to do. I think I should have just watched my position size a little bit better, especially as we were still trading below the EMA line. I got too confident. I rushed into it. And, well, you pay the price, right? You pay the price when you begin to break some of your rules because you think something is going to happen. But just wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys. Yeah, I mean, so support 650. Yeah, I mean, it's still showing signs of a support, wouldn't you say? Right around 60.50. And resistance at the EMA line as of right now. We're not able to break above. There we go. A lot of consolidation. It's not looking bad though. I mean, it looks like it's definitely trying to establish its support level. Do you guys see that? We're beginning to trade sideways. It's kind of like 3 stages of a reversal, right? Rejection, consolidation, and then we're waiting for that confirmation. A very, simple step that we're waiting for right now. So here it goes. Really nice push. That one was really healthy. EMA resistance, so please be careful. Well, no, Kevin. I mean, when it comes down to my TQQQ position, I do agree with you. The market was overextended based off of the previous 3 days of trading, right? So that's why yesterday I locked in profits and didn't hold the TQQQ position. I held one share, right? So I held one share overnight. I waited to see if there was going to be a sell-off, and look at that rejection, dude, right when we thought we were going to break above EMA. And that was the main thing. It's like I thought the market was overbought just in case it pulls on back. I wanted to prepare for it. Oh, it's selling off a little bit more aggressive. I think something was just shared. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yep. That was a strong rejection. That was either a really big seller or there was just a news, something that was shared. That was like much more aggressive than normal. Dude, that was weird. And I saw it. Look at that big green candle. But yeah, as the market became a little bit more on the oversold side, I bought a couple of shares. I should have watched my position size a little bit more carefully instead of being fully invested I should have definitely watched it a little bit closer and not been as willing to buy the dip, especially as we're still trading below the EMA line. So very simple mistake, but that very simple mistake is costing me some money today. So and again, it's like when you get nervous as it begins to pull back, when you get, you're like, oh my God, is this, I would have not cared if I had a light position on it. I would have not cared at all. Like at all, right? I would allow it to sell off. I would encourage it to sell off because I could buy more at cheaper levels. And I think this is like a good way to be able to determine, right, when you have too much money invested in something or when you're well balanced. I'm still fine with, it still sucks to see it pull up back. But nonetheless, again, even with the position size that I'm working with right now, I could have done a much, much better job with this. So our job reports being reported right now. I didn't think that was today. Oh, is it? Labor news just came out? Oh. What is it? At 11? Let me search it up real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna it's really struggling to even hold. We got Tesla down about 3% on the day. TQQQ is following right behind it. What else? We got Microsoft down 1.6, Nvidia about 2%. It's not bad. Costco 1.3. This is what we were preparing for yesterday, right? This is why we locked in profits, but I wanted to be a dummy with my position size. You do dummy things, you get dummy rewards. Here it goes, signs of a support. Let's see it try to push up. And again, watch for that resistance level. Right now we're making lower highs, lower lows. It would really not make sense to day trade it right now. And there it goes, new lows. Dude, I'm gonna reduce it with a little more. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to hold it. 59.80, yeah. It's dropping. At 59.70, 59.80. Looking at the level 2 right now. All right. Not holding at all. Every time it tries to push up, gets rejected right away. There it goes, nice push. Watch for the rejection here. Please be careful. Again, this was a previous support level right around 60.30. So just a heads up. Nice push. There it goes. 60.30. Testing, testing. Please be careful. Slight resistance. Nope, getting rejected, new lows. Look at that. Come on, buddy. 3% even with Tesla. Right around the same. Okay. Nice push, nice green candle. Testing, testing, please be careful. Again, this is our fourth time testing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is our fifth time. Rejected every time. I was going to close out the live stream, but I want to close out the live stream when I reduce my position size, regardless if it's for the good or for the bad. So let me do that first, and then I'll close it out. Let's see. Oh no, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about. I don't have enough money invested in TQQQ right now to be worried about it. It's just more trying to lead by example, and I made a very simple mistake with my position size. I mean, how many times do I talk about position size? Like 3 to 5 times every day, right? It's one of the most common things that I talk about, and I'm good with buying the dip, right? Again, I'm not against that. If I'm 50% invested, great. But when I went in pretty aggressive buying the dip, especially before confirmation, it's kind of just like, come on, dummy. And then you pay the price, right? So let my mistake be something that kind of just leads by example of why it's so important, right? If I had a couple of shares down here, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't care if it was selling off. I would encourage it, right? But when you have a little bit more money on the line, it does become a little bit more daunting. You become a little bit more irrational. Fortunately, I don't have as much as I could have in TQQQ, and it wouldn't make sense, right? Because it's bearish as of right now on the day, right? So the trend is your friend. Like yesterday. Yesterday was a beautiful day. The direction was in our favor. It was super easy to make money. Every day is not like that, right? So you need to understand what days do you want to partake in, right? Do you want to partake in the easy days? Do you want to partake in the hard days? There's nothing wrong with only partaking in the easy days, right? Because the direction's in your favor. It makes sense to partake in those days. So, yeah. Appreciate that, George. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we need to give the market a little bit more time to clear out its direction, right? We don't know if it's going to continue to sell off, trade sideways, or actually recover. So, it's great to hear the thought process behind the trades, Ricky. Right on. Oh, appreciate it. And I know some of you guys, I can't say you guys like when I take a red trade, but you guys like to see it as in like it's a reassurance that, of course, I mean, I make these mistakes all the time. It's just easier when you have a lighter position size. You can tolerate it a little bit better. So you're a really good trader because you know how to accept your mistakes. Well, I think I made enough mistakes that you just begin to accept that it's part of the process, right? It definitely takes time. But you ever trade SQQQ? Yes, I saw someone else ask me, am I going to trade SQQQ? I am not. I'm not going to trade SQQQ. It's a little bit too risky at these levels for me. It's kind of like sometimes people think that as soon as you sell TQQQ that you should jump into SQQQ, and some people trade that way. I view that way to be very risky. I would rather be someone that, TQQQ, I lock in profits or cut losses, whatever the case might be, and I just stay cash and I wait for the next opportunity. I don't have to try to take so many different trades over and over and over and over again. Do you guys get what I mean? It's almost more like the more that you open a position size, you open yourself to the risk that the market, follows with, right? So please make sure that every time that you choose to open a position size, it's not just because you can, but because it makes sense. I think that would be the biggest difference. You can run into a double whammy chasing both. Of course, imagine having to cut losses on TQQQ, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm going to cut losses on TQQ, jump into SQQQ, and then that one begins to drop, right? And then TQQ begins to recover. It's like, I think the biggest factor is asking yourself, is direction clear? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Or are we choppy? If we're choppy, earn, right? If we're bearish, then SQQQ. If we're bullish, then TQ. I don't have to continue to go back and forth, back and forth. If I'm going back and forth, then it's almost just showcasing how choppy the market is. And I'm not here to trade during choppy markets. It just wouldn't make sense for me. There it goes, getting rejected at the EMA line. Let's see, come on, buddy. Oh, and what do we think? Just gonna do it at 60.30. I don't really want to ride it all the way. Should we do it at, yeah. I should just sell it at this point. Look at that. It's trying. It's all good. Again, one thing that I always try to remind myself is it makes it easier for me. I don't know if you guys would agree, but anytime that I'm hesitant to lock in profit, not lock in profits, that's the easy part. Anytime that I'm hesitant about cutting losses, one thing I always try to tell myself is like, I don't know if I want to set a stop loss. Be like, okay, well, if I don't know if I want to set a stop loss, and if I don't know if I want to manage my risk, then I should have not bought early, right? It's that simple. It's like, you can't be like, it's kind of like a little kid where, I guess with anything in life, right? Like if you do something dangerous, but then don't want to take on any of the risk, it's like, you can't be asking for that, right? It's like if you choose to take something dangerous, you have to accept that it comes at a greater form of risk, and that is a potential outcome. So the same thing when it comes down to buying before confirmation, right? Or just trading in general. It's if you decide to buy and the direction's not in your favor, understand that if you're someone that's not going to cut losses or manage risk, then don't do it. But if you choose to buy in early and you accept that, okay, I know that this is a little bit riskier, and that one thing I might have to do is manage or mitigate risk. It puts things into, just literally perspective of, okay, well, if you're going to buy early and put yourself in a risky position, then you're going to have to do something to manage and mitigate that risk. And it makes it a little bit easier for me of like, oh, well, I don't want to cut losses. Well, again, I wanted to buy in early, right? So this is something that should only encourage me to be more selective with buying early, so then I don't have to cut losses as often. You get what I mean? It's like by you understanding what the outcome is of your action, it can assist, like it puts things into reality of what you can begin to implement to experience a different outcome. So there it goes. It's trading sideways right now. It wouldn't really surprise me if it begins to pull on back. It's not indicating signs of an uptrend, but we will wait out and see if it actually does. So I'm going to leave my stop loss there. Again, if it gets triggered, it gets triggered. I'm not going to overcomplicate it, but it looks like Tesla and TQQQ are following within just a few percentage points from one another. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, even with yesterday, right, they were both up roughly around 10%. So it was pretty great to see. So not a good day to trade TQQ. It's the first hour, right, of the market open, right? Like, yeah, I mean, it's really early. So it's selling off right now. If direction's not in your favor, don't do it, right? But if things begin to clear up, if it becomes more consistent and you see there to be an opportunity, then you can always revisit it. It goes hand in hand. So just because something is not a good time right now doesn't mean that it can't be later. Set your alerts and follow up with it. Enjoy the rest of your day. You don't have to overcomplicate it. So Ricky over here being a father. I appreciate your guys' time. I'll keep you guys up to date with my overall position, just so you know what my intention is. My intention is to lock in profits when it begins to approach 62.70. So from 62.70, just depending on how much it is that, if it actually begins to indicate signs of a recovery, I'm going to look out for the resistance level at the moving average. So that's going to be right around $62 if it even recovers to that. And then the next resistance level is right around 62.70 based off of pre-market highs. So I just want you to understand what I have to work with, and if we do begin to recover, what my intention is of where I plan to potentially lock in profits. I'm going to have to manage and mitigate my risk here. Again, one of the main reasons that I decided to lock in profits yesterday and not hold any shares overnight on TQQQ was to anticipate this pullback. We cannot be surprised. I'm not surprised that the market's pulling back. I just did a very poor job managing my position size and when I decided to buy the dip. It was a very simple mistake that I made, but you can see it firsthand. It was this very simple mistake that put me in an uncomfortable situation. So if you don't want to be put in an uncomfortable situation, like I said, there's nothing wrong with buying the dip early, as long as you can tolerate it and as long as your position size doesn't overwhelm you. If you have a nice balance of a position size, if you think it's healthy, all that good stuff, but it's light enough that you can tolerate the pullback, then you're golden, right? You don't have to worry about, oh no, what if it continues to sell off? You almost encourage it to sell off because you want to buy at cheaper levels. That's the beauty behind position size. And I wish I could have done a better job today leading by example. But again, I'm human, I make mistakes. So I appreciate you guys putting up with my mistakes. And of course, also putting up with Remy today and allowing her to join us in the live stream. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, right, especially if you're new to Learn, Plan, Profit, feel free to direct message me on Discord. Introduce yourself, keep it short, keep it sweet. I just want you to know how easy it is to message me, and we can kind of go from there. So we'll see you guys in the main chat. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on our green note. Take it easy, team. Looks like we are beginning to indicate signs of an uptrend, so that's really nice to see.